Most accomplished women over time have developed around their goals instead of positioning their goals to develop around who they are. It happens for almost all of us. And for a long time, this works. Things add up as planned and you become skilled at making life happen, whether that's the career, the degree, the business, the marriage, the family. You are a doer. Friends know you as the powerhouse and the rock that they can count on. And if you're proud of all this, that is hard-earned. But for so many women, often as midlife approaches, something begins to shift. The life or enterprise that you've worked so hard to build is still right there, but your relationship to it has changed, and the reason for this may not be abundantly clear. You likely still recognize that you are accomplished and successful, and often something within you reminds you of how lucky you are, maybe even suggesting that you shouldn't complain. Yet rather arrestingly, you simply do not have the sense of fulfillment that was supposed to be waiting at the summit of all this achievement. This might even stir up some feelings of guilt, but it doesn't mean you're unhappy with your life per se. It means that something more is calling. And this sense of disconnect, emptiness, or lost spark is dualistic because while it isn't an emergency, it's heavy, it's persistent, and it's not sustainable. Recalibrating can feel like unraveling, but that does not mean that something is wrong. What it often means is that you've built a dynamic life on a static developmental framework. Earlier adulthood is organized around external anchoring goals and achievements, and we identify with those. But the later stages of our developmental journey requires a true paradigm shift. Instead of continuing to organize who we are around the life we've been pursuing, we must begin organizing the life we are pursuing around who we truly are. And even for some of the most brilliant women I know, this has been a very confronting blind spot. It's also the entire premise of all my development work with impact-driven women who are navigating change and uncertainty or a loss of self in their lives and businesses. My approach combines leading-edge psychology from my career as a psychotherapist with sacred feminine spirituality and creative process. My work is all quite intimate and powerful, and I offer it through individual sessions, retreats, and a new small pilot group that I'm offering this fall. I don't have answers for you. I couldn't tell you the next right move for all the tea in China, but I'm extraordinarily skilled at co-piloting the journey and helping you learn a life-changing way of navigating it yourself. I facilitate a return journey and ongoing personal refinement toward what I call sacred self-leadership. I teach both a philosophy and a lifelong practice to build a deeper, more trusting, and transformational relationship with yourself than you ever thought possible. We go beyond the you that you know to understand not only what's happening within you that's yet unclear, but how to negotiate what's in the way so that your enduring truth can lead and shape what the rest of your one precious life looks like. If something in what I've said here feels on point for you, don't rush to figure it out. Instead, I'd encourage you to nourish your curiosity. One thing I've created to help with that is a private podcast called The Path Unseen, Field Notes for Women at the Edge of What's Next. I take deep dives into subject matter impacting accomplished women at the threshold of midlife, such as understanding the Gilded Cage effect, reckoning with estrangement from the business or life you've built and generally love, and the overall experience of being called to a different life that you're not exactly sure how to pursue. When you join my list at the website, you get automatic access to the full library of episodes, and a new one lands about once per week. There's also a free download of contemplation prompts for you to work with around each episode's subject matter. I hope that you'll enjoy it and find it useful. If you know that it's time to lean in for more expert, qualified support in this exact piece of your journey, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out and schedule a free vision call to share more with me about the place you find yourself and to learn how I can help you make the most of it. Thanks for being here, and take good care.